Welcome to another video clip of MrLopezClasses.com. This is the lab number 4 of our course of marine diesel engines. In the previous lab, we removed the pistons. You remember? You disconnect the caps on the connecting rods and you put the piston out. One person in each side of the block and you remove the pistons. Okay, now with the piston out, with the connecting rod and the cap, be careful, never mix it, the caps on the connecting rods. With those caps, tie the caps, and with the measurement tool, check the internal diameter of the bearing, and after that, check the diameter of the clamping in the crankshaft. Yes, and we are going to verify that measurement with the service manual. And we are going to verify if the tolerance is according with the tolerance recommended on the service manual. If not, you need to order new bearings. This is a nice exercise. This is the process with the bearings. And also, with the bearings, we are going to do the plastic gauge procedure. For the main journals and clamping journals, we are going to do the plastic gauge procedure. Now we are going to analyze how to use the plastic gauge. The plastic gauge is, in my opinion, the best tool to verify the clearance, the tolerance in between the bearings and the metals, for example, on the crankshaft. In the crankshaft, we can check the tolerance on the main journals and also the tolerance on the clamping. In this particular example, we are going to analyze the tolerance in between the bearings and the clamping on the crankshaft. There are three types of plastic gauge. According with the color is the thickness of the filament. The filament is in plastic, and the filament is fabricated in a special plastic that when you apply the torque, the plastic is deformed, and according with the deformation, you can measure the tolerance. We have the blue ones, the greens, and the red ones with different thickness, red, blue, and green. And each one, they have measurements in millimeters in one side and in inches in the other one, according with the thickness. And that's the red one for other thickness in millimeter. And this is the range in between 0.02 and 0.006. And this one, the big one, is in between 0.001 and 0.003 inches, or in the other side, in between 0.025 and 0.056. Okay, we are going to bring the clamping on top. On top, we are going to check the second piston, bring the clamping on top, and we are going to verify if the bearings that I received, the new ones, are according with the tolerance recommended by the manufacturer. Let me explain something. If the deformation of the plastic is more than the tolerance recommended by the manufacturer, is because those bearings are too big. In that particular case, I need order other new bearings. Remember that you can order the bearings for each dimension, oversize or undersize. In this particular example, we are going to verify that the deformation is superior than the deformation recommended by the manufacturer. What is the meaning of that? We need return the bearings for other bearings undersize. for other bearings underside, because this one that we receive right now are oversized, correct? Remember that you can order the bearings exactly the same like the pistons, standard, or plus 10, or plus 20, or plus 40. What is the meaning of a plus 10? Is plus 0.001, or plus 20 is plus 0.002, or plus 0.004. Okay, in this particular case, we are going to analyze what happened. Okay, I am going to remove the cap of the connecting rod with a regular wrench and a regular socket, regular ratchet. We are going to clean the area on the bearing and on the cramping. Exactly. We are going to check the position, and we are going to use the plastic gauge. In this particular case, we are going to use the green because it's according with the tolerance recommended by the manufacturer of this engine. And we are going to cut it one portion of a plastic, the filament. Exactly. And now we are going to locate the filament on place. Exactly, this is the position, correct? And now we are going to apply the torque recommended by the manufacturer, 45 foot-pounds, and we are going to check the deformation recommended on the specification. The technical specification for this particular engine should be 0.002 inches. Okay, and we are going to prepare the bolts with the regular wrench, with the regular ratchet. We are going to approximate the bolts, only approximated, and now we select the appropriate torque on the torque wrench, and now we are going to apply the torque appropriated slowly, one side, the other side, in order to apply the same torque equally. Now click and click, and ready. We are going to remove with a regular ratchet, correct? And we are going to check the deformation in this particular example. In this example, we see that the deformation is too much. We are going to cut it, one portion of paper on the plastic gauge, and we are going to check. The deformation recommended is 0.002. This is the recommendation deformate, 0.002. However, the deformation here is too much. Oh yeah, it's too much. The recommendation is this one here, 0.002. That one is 0.001. That's too much. Those bearings are oversized. We need to return those bearings and replace for undersize. Yeah, this is too much. This is the measurement recommended, 0.002. And now we have this. The plate recommended is this. This is too much. We are going to return the bearings and replace for the originals according with this place, 0.002. Nice. The plastic gauge is important. The plastic gauge is necessary. When you receive new bearings, it's necessary check that with plastic gauge. Yes, I recommend to verify if the bearings that you receive new ones are good, if the plate is the recommended plate on the service manual. If not, the bearings are too close, and when you apply the torque, probably the engine is running with too much friction, and you have overheating immediately. Check the play on the bearings is necessary, and the best way for me is with the plastic gauge. Yes, use that technique, the technique of the plastic gauge. Okay, right now we check all the bearings, and we are sure that those are the bearings appropriate for my engine. And now we are going to remove the piston rings. Correct. And now with the piston rings out, we are going to clean with the special tool the grooves on the piston ring. Great. And now with the new rings, or with the rings, we are going to introduce the ring in the cylinder, and with the piston we are going to put the piston ring straight, and we are going to check with the filler gauge if the gap is appropriate. If the gap is too close, we can reduce the amount of material with a file, like this. Correct. This is the procedure to check the end gap of the piston rings. This is a nice laboratory. Always, always, always try to do that procedure following the recommendation of the service manual. You can do this project by yourself. If you have a small diesel engine in your shop, you can do that. Or with your instructor in the lab. This is important that you learn that procedure. It's important that in the future, when you repair engines, gas or diesel, you follow this recommendation. Check the bearings, check the piston rings, check the tolerance in between the piston and the cylinder wall, and verify if all of those tolerances are according with the service manual. If not, you have problems. Okay, my friends? I hope you enjoy this laboratory, and I hope you do the measurements organized, put all the measurements in a table, and after that check the comparison with the service manual. Enjoy the lab.